Cause you're home, girl. Arabia Barbosa. Now I'm for Worcester County, New York. I was in my feelings yesterday. I was strongly in my feelings of yesterday, especially after I talked about New York and New York subway system, the bus system, every system in New York. Shout out to the chat. Those that want to hit the link can hit the link. I'm not going to stop you. I don't have no moderators over here. My moderators that did a wonderful job on my bigger channel will always be respected and loved and revered because that's how I look at them. All my moderators on that bigger channel, you know what we went through on that channel. You know what we experienced on that channel. We palm bomb. We was struck down on my bigger channel. Yes, we were. And I say we because y'all was riding with me at that time. Y'all was riding with me. And there are some YouTube creators out there that I'm subscribed to. I look at them, I respect them, I celebrate them every time I get a chance. Every time I get a chance, I celebrate the YouTube creators that I'm under. But I'm still independent. I will always be independent. I will always be on my own. The lone wolf. And I'm not a sheep person. I will never be a sheeple. A sheeple means that basically you're following under KB or Skinny or whoever is on the sector of YouTube. It's a reality. It's a reality. But certain things have changed in my life. It has changed and will never be the same. Never, ever be the fucking same again. This is not the YouTube I knew years ago. And I was invited to this YouTube channel by Shakia Davis. Baby girl, cousin over there. Help everyone in the neighborhood. She was a vessel of love. She gone now. What the mother told me, she died in her sleep. How did that happen? How did it truly happen that she died in her sleep? Because Shakia was someone that had migraine headaches. And she liked to smoke that weed. She liked to smoke weed. And I used to tell her, don't smoke that weed. You smoking the cigarettes, that's good enough. Don't smoke no weed. Don't drink no beer. Don't do this, don't do that. But let me tell you something. Every Wednesday afternoon, it would start around 11 o'clock in the morning, where the other family members would come in and she would be already cooking. She'd be already cooking. She'll cook spaghetti, meatballs. She'll fix a lasagna dish. Oh, this woman was very crafty in the kitchen. very crafty. And I remember one year she fixed the Thanksgiving dinner. She fixed it very well. I remember all of that. But I also remember one particular morning, she woke up and she said, Arabia, I don't have any weed in this house. And I said, don't worry about it. We went to the laundromat. We put our clothes in the laundromat that particular day, that particular morning. I said, come with me. And we traveled up the street. It wasn't that far where she could find the weed man. She got the weed. She brought it back to the house. She smoked the weed. Let me tell you something about this woman. This woman never hid nothing from her children. Never. And the way she used to talk to them is like the way I'm talking to all of you. Like you are adults. Adults. And I sat there with her while she smoked her weed. And she's so used to passing the blunt. I said, I don't smoke weed. I don't smoke weed. Because I know if you don't look at the bag real close, something is in there that ain't supposed to be there. Well, she continued smoking her weed for years and years. I don't know how she got involved with smoking weed. Not really. If you look at your own childhood, you will know what happened. And I believe, and this is my belief, I believe she was going through too much. She was always happy when I was there. When I was working the job right there at the Home Depot. Home Depot, working that job. I used to pay my cousin once a week $150, maybe more. Because sometimes the children would get, so excited when I would come home. And you know what I used to do? I used to walk them to the corner and get the pizza at the Little Caesars. And they used to be so happy. And sometimes we would leave from the apartment and we'll go up the street and we'll buy what the Puerto Ricans are selling, what the Dominicans are selling as food, pork shoulders, whatever it was at that particular time. And I will never forget it as long as I live. Now, when I go to New York this next time, she will not be there. And that fucks with me. Fucks with me. That certain people in my family are all dead and gone. And the rest of the ones that are left, they never had no strength on their own. Never had no strength on their own. Not like Shakia. I remember when my people died in Newport News, Virginia, 2011, August of 2011. Shakia asked me, she said, Arabia, what can I do? What can I do? I said, be yourself. Do what you're doing. You good. You good. She already knew I was going to go to the South. She already knew I was going to go to South Carolina. She already knew I was going to go to Virginia to see about these issues. And that's what it was. New Yorkers are different from everyone else. We are different. We got a different spirit. The women are different. The men are different. When the men want to open up certain shops down in the South, wherever they might be, they always find someone they can take advantage of. And that's a reality. Now, I'm going to keep this video up because I want the whole world to know how Arabia Barbosa feels about the whole world. I remember sitting in my grandmother's house and she pointed to the pictures that she had in her house of her parents. And I don't mean no harm, but great grandma Barbosa, Bertha Epps, that's who she really was, a Mohawk Indian, raised in those reform schools that this country set up for Native American children. And what they wanted to do, they wanted to erase everything the Native Americans did in this country. They did it all over the place they could do it. They wanted to conquer those people. Why? Because you wanted their gold, you wanted their silver, you wanted their pearls, you wanted everything of material value. Don't you know when you die, you can't take none of that shit with you? A lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know this. Shout out to the chat. I am Arabia Barbosa. Now I'm going to forward Westchester County, New York. I am the original BT1000. I am, a.k.a. a Lucy the Vampire, a.k.a. the Jeepy Creeper on the shit. I am Arabia Barbosa, a.k.a. the German Shepherd in the goddamn motherfucking room. And I see what's going on these YouTube streets. I see what's going on. And those that are not here, I appreciate your view. Like and share the video. This video is going to be up. It's going to be up. Because I have to let certain things out about myself to be put on these YouTube streets. I did a video yesterday and I was very depressed. Sitting on my last leg and I was crying. No time for tears. No time for tears. A shout to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Those that are watching this video right now, shout out to you. It is what it is. I cannot repair what's going on these YouTube streets. We all know what's going wrong. Last night, my homegirl, brown skinned lady, did a video. And she said that another YouTube creator was telling the whole world a lie about her. He lied. That woman don't work at no Bojangles. She don't work early in the morning at Bojangles. You know how I know? Because I used to work for Bojangles. I used to work for Bojangles. Those women that come in early in the morning, the men that come in early in the morning, let me tell you something. They are not doing this and that. What they're doing, they're clearing out certain stuff. Those that work in the front, they do the front work. Those that are work in the back of the house, we do our back house work. I used to work with Bojangles. And what he was saying about her was not true. Not true at all. And I don't like Armando Black for lying on her. You're a liar. You're a liar and you're a clown. And you know that. You're a beta male on this shit. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. It is what the fuck it is. I remember when the rabbits became the rabbits. How did they become the rabbits? The rabbits became rabbits because they were trying to support Kwame Brown at that time, almost 3 years ago. 3 years ago, all of them. And what happened? They had to split. They had to go somewhere else. They had to formulate their own nation. We don't agree with what they're doing because we all know this is cult life. Cult life bullshit. It's an online cult, but it was started by Kwame Brown. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I never liked him. Never liked him. You know why? Because I was under Tommy Sotomayor at that time. And I remember when they were friends, and I remember when they broke up. A shout out to the chat. I remember everything. Because I was what? Living homeless in downtown Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah. Yeah. And I had to listen for 3 nights what Tommy said about Kwame Brown. He had whatever he had up on his banner, it happened. I'm not oblivious to anything. I know why Kwame Brown came to YouTube. He came to YouTube to support Tommy Sotomayor. When those two fell out, Kwame Brown already had his minions, his supporters at that time. And what did they do? They turned against Tommy Sotomayor. They turned against whoever was against Kwame Brown at that time. Thank God. Thank God I listened to the voice of Tommy Sotomayor at that time. But I knew that Kwame Brown was working with certain people on YouTube that are still present to this day, and they're not with Tommy Sotomayor anymore. Some of them ran away. Some of them stayed close. They did their job. They were not supported. They was not respected. So they left on their own. They was not kicked out of Bus Life. Bus Life, this is not Bus Life bullshit over here. This is not his sector. It was never his sector. This belonged to Tommy Sotomayor's sector. We was here way before Kwame Brown. We was here way before all those other YouTube creators came, female or male. We was here. and we still here. Some of us ran over there where Tommy is at on Rumble. Some of us built our own channels. We had to, sit in the back rows. We had to go head to head with different YouTube creators. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Some of us just became friendly with different YouTube creators and we stayed with them. If you're a YouTube creator and I'm subscribed to you, if I'm subscribed to you, I'm not talking about nobody else. If I'm subscribed to you, whatever you are doing, whatever you are talking about, I will ride with you. I rode with Tommy from 2013 all the way until 2021 after he left from YouTube. He comes to YouTube every now and then. Don't come every day. But he watches what's going on this YouTube app. A shout out to the chat. A shout out to the chat. Those that are not here will catch the playback. I am your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa. 914 Western County, New York. I'm here. And I'm not going to be here that much longer. No, my bigger channel was the most dangerous channel. I had everybody up there. This channel is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. Certain people could actually hit my link and be like, oh, baby, okay, we'll go from there. But I'm going to support who I want to support. I'm an independent thinker. I'm an independent YouTuber. You don't catch me with catchphrases. You don't catch me with music. You don't catch me. You catch me on how real you really are. And a lot of you women on YouTube have never spent not one day in the county jail, city jail. You never went to the penitentiary. I went to the penitentiary years ago when I was a young woman. When I got sentenced on my charge, I went in front of Judge Shooter. He gave me 8 years, 8-year sentence for common law robbery charge. Now, when I went into the fucking penitentiary, I went there. I went through receiving. I went through all that bullshit. Then one particular day, me and my roommate got into a tussle, a fight in the cell. I had closed the cell door. Thought the cell door was locked. It was not locked. 2 officers got involved with that bullshit fight. And one of them said that she was assaulted. I assaulted a correctional officer. You know how much time you can get in prison nowadays for assault a correctional officer? Back in my day, in the 1990s, 94, 95, 96, if you assaulted a correctional officer, they gave you over a year in the SMU program, the SHU program. It's called SHU program. You're there. You're sitting there. You're taking 3 meals a day. As time goes on, you become somebody different. You wanted to totally push away what happened because I knew that officer that said I assaulted her, which was Sergeant Osborne. Shout out to Sergeant Osborne for saying that I assaulted you. Bitch, you knew the fucking truth. You were just mad because I didn't obey your commands. Bitch. I'm no longer there. That bitch. For 3 months she came to that window I was at on SMU. Right there in the Montague building at Leith Correctional Center. Leith Correctional Center, 1995. I didn't get off of the SHU program until I had already did 3 years and 9 months. And when I did get off, I was a beast. I was savage. What I did, how I did it. I didn't give a fuck. I am who I am. The BT 1000 was not born. She was created. She was created in the fucking penitentiary. She was created when she went to the Job Corps Center. She was created every time she went into those mental institutions, rehab. You know how many times I've been to rehab? Twice in my life. Twice. How many times I went to the mental institutions? Many times. Many times. Because before they put me in rehab, where was I? In a psychiatric room in a fucking hospital somewhere. Shout out to the chat. It is what it is. 914 Worcester County, New York. We are in the motherfucking house. We're in the motherfucking house. And I don't give a fuck who don't like it. Suck a bag of dicks before you come for me. All right? Male and female. I'm saying that to male and female. Suck a bag of dicks before you come for me. I'm really looking for the one that's trying to dox me. Because she likes to dox mental health patients. I'm talking about Clara Booker over there. Bitch, you're a ghost. You're a ghost. You don't even show yourself. A lot of you YouTube creators hide behind avatars. I'm on Avatar right now, but everyone has seen what I look like. Everyone has seen what my home look like. Everyone know how my money rolls on this fucking YouTube streets. And I'm gonna be who the fuck I am until the day I fucking die. When the universe calls me, it's gonna call me what I'm not suspecting it's gonna call. I could lay right here in my bed and go to sleep and not wake up at all. A shout out to the chat. I can get on a bus somewhere and get into an accident on the bus. A shout out to the chat. I can get into a car and just be riding down the street. Simply be wiped out. Shout out to the chat. I'm here for a fucking reason. And I don't know what the reason is. I think I did my job in the world, and on YouTube, on other social media platforms. I did my job. I told my story. A shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat. Those that are not here will catch the playback. I'ma leave this video up. I'ma leave this video fucking up so everyone can listen to it. Whoever want to listen to it, those that are here, like and share the video, like and share the fucking video. It is what the fuck it is. I am your homegirl, Arabia Barbosa. 914 West County, New York. I will always be here. As long as I'm here, I'm going to support my YouTube creators. I don't have to pay cash apps all the time. Sometimes I can simply come into the chat, listen to what's going on, participate. But when I get tired, I leave. I leave. It's not a part of law. I'm supposed to be there 24/7. But I be there as much as I need to be there. Because some of these YouTube creators need our support and they need our love. They need that. They want that. They crave that. There's nothing wrong with that. They are human. They are not God Almighty. We all made in the image of God. 360. 360 degrees. That means that you are part of the universe. You are part of something that's unending. It will never end. It will never fucking end. I am the last of the last of my kind. I am the last of the last. There is no other way of saying it. I am the last of the last. The last of the YouTubers that come from New York. I am the last of the female YouTubers that come from New York. I am the last of the last. I was raised in the time period where Wendy Williams was open on the radio. Then she switched to TV. Shout out to Wendy Williams. I am the last of the last when it comes to certain music. Billie Holiday, Phyllis Hyman, Sade, Tupac, Biggie, Cyndi Lauper, Madonna, Celine Dion, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B. I am the last of the last from a generation that is a little bit older than some of the artists I mentioned. A little bit older, not much older. Nicki Minaj, me and her, I think I'm a little bit older than Nicki Minaj. Let me tell you something. When she did that video, Moment for Life, it charged my battery. When I hear the song, Anything Can Happen, it charges my battery. When I see Jodie Foster in that movie, The Brave One, or Silence of the Lambs, my battery is recharged. See, I use a lot of stuff from the old school. A lot of you don't know what it means. It is what it is. A shout out to the chat. Those that are not here will catch the playback. This video will be up. I will share it to my other social media platforms. But just realize we are all part of one tree. I don't care what religion you're under. You could be a Christian, you could be a Jew, you could be a Muslim, you could be a Hindu, you can be a Buddhist. All of it is under one tree. Nam yo renke kyo. Nam yo renke kyo. I don't do that. That is my biological mother. Bullshit. She was a liar. She was a thief. She was a hater of her own children, grandchildren. No, my biological mother is dark skinned and she don't like none of her dark skinned children. She don't like none of her dark skinned grandchildren, great grandchildren. As long as you are dark skinned, if you are not light skinned, if you're not high yellow, my mother, my biological mother, don't like you. And that's a reality. It's reality. Shout out to the chat. I'm out of here. Y'all have an awesome day. Try having.